thing I'm going to do today, okay, I think okay, now let me start like this, guys. Before I start teaching Jeffrey Benson strategy, let's quickly go over all our current peers and let's see what we're doing. That's number one. Then number two, before I start teaching Jeffrey Benson strategy, kindly note that some of the things I've taught you in the past, like the chart pattern, like the psychological level, like trend line, you know, all the things that I've taught you in the past, they are in one way or the other applicable into the Jeffrey Benson strategy, because at the end of the day, we all have our own strategy. I have a strategy that suits me the most, which happens to be the swing trading strategy, and at the same time I learned day trading strategy also from Jeff and other mentors, and at the same time I'm learning fundamental strategy tools. So now I'm going to be teaching Jeff right now, the one Jeff does. So but you're going to add, you know, all the ones that I've taught you in the past to it to make it, because I won't be teaching it like a beginner level. I'm going to teach it to a standard level, like a yes, maybe like an intermediate or expert level. Okay, so if you are missing any part of it, you might now want to go back to some of the videos I've done in the past, maybe in the live sessions. You will get to see some of the ones that you are missing. Maybe I didn't take my time to actually, you know, break it down properly. Okay, so first thing first, let's quickly do a post analysis on all our existing trades. You can see that this trade is now retracing. You can see it's retracing now. I knew it's going to retrace. That was why I quickly asked us to get out. So you can see it's retracing right now. So let me start with gold. Gold is very funny, ladies and gentlemen. Gold is very funny. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. That's the time frame I like to analyze. Look at the way this thing has been trending down. Look at it. All just because it didn't touch this major level, and it ought to touch this major level. Imagine if it has touched this major level, see how much people will have cash. But I won't say why don't we enter. We can never enter because it has not fulfilled all our requirements. It must fulfill all our requirements if this pair actually wants us to do what? To take advantage of it. It must fulfill all our requirements. Now, the first time you come here, come closer, he did as if he want to come again. He couldn't touch, and then look at it massively. I don't want to talk about it much, but I know that this trade is still going to go down. But whichever way, is either he come back to give us a good entry, whereby it gives me an A setup or a B setup. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, I am not having any issue. I'm not having any business with this guy. Yeah, I'm not having any business with it. So I'm not having any business with it. Okay, so that's that about that for gold. So now on GBP USD, ladies and gentlemen, we are in on that trade right now. The trade is still likely going to go up, but I am, because my bias have changed on gold. If you remember the live session we did last week, my bias have changed on GBP USD. Sorry, it has changed from being a downtrend, being an uptrend to a downtrend because of our weekly time frame that I saw and monthly time frame. This is like a tweezer top, and then this market just go here. It might be as a result of touching that minor level that it retraces. What it is going to enforce, go and gather energy to break this minor level. Once it breaks this minor level, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming down. That is that on GBP USD. So that was why I didn't want to stay long in the buy trade. I didn't want to stay long. Look at the monthly time frame to look at the AMA pin bar. So ladies and gentlemen, let's check another pair. This is Euro USD. Euro USD also is changing bias to downtrend, but I'm not really sure. But look at it, it's giving something like a W pattern here right now. If you look at it critically, look at it very well, you see something like a W pattern. Let me see if you can see it on the daily time frame. No, it's not clear. On 1 hour time frame, you can see the W pattern, but yet I'm not still convinced about this trade. That's why I've not been calling them. So, and at the same time, I want A or B setup. So in order for me to get A or B setup, this market has to actually get to my minor level or my major level to make decision of A or B setup. So pending that time, I will be patient. We are out of this trade right now. So now BTC USD is still playing, ladies and gentlemen. And NAS 100, what I'm expecting NAS 100 to do right now is to come and touch this major level. Yes, come and touch this major level. Touching this major level will now let me know if this pair want to continue driving up, or you want to do a retracement. And if this market finally break below this major level, trust me, it's coming down here. I've said this last week. So, but I don't know if you just want to touch and continue heading to the upside, or you just want to break. So I'll be patiently waiting. I'm not day trading it at the moment because it's a volatile pair. I only want to swing trade it. So when it is ready, okay. GBP JPY, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of this trade. I told you the day I'm out of this trade. Actually a 100k account was doubled, like $231,000 from $100,000 to $231,000. That was the accounts I used to take this GBP JPY, NAS 100, AUD USD. What other pay did I take on that account? So, but this I'm out of this trade. I think I exited around here. Let me go to 4 hours time frame. I exited around here, but I knew that this market is still going up, and I have my reason for exiting because I know a lot of you guys are not even in that trade anymore. So I exited around here. I'm cool with that profit. So right now I'm waiting for GBP JPY to push up here and give us a reaction, either to start selling or to break it above and start and continue the buying. AUD USD, ladies and gentlemen, is still tanking. This pair is almost at the final TP, but you pay me sharp, but we have moved on. So GBP CHF, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this, listen and listen good. The time is coming where I will intentionally remove this pair from my watch list. Trust me, the time is coming. Unless if this pair is going to convince me. See how long we've been waiting for this pair to do something reasonable. It has been here, break below, you can't break below, go up and give us another good entry. It's not doing any of those. So at the moment, and I don't want to take any setup that is not what I want it to do. It has to fulfill all my requirements for us to be able to take a proper entry. Now US 30, ladies and gentlemen, should come to this major level for us to see how we can continue longing this pair. If you look at weekly time frame, you understand that this pair is on an uptrend and it has been rallying up. We just need to do like a retest continuation to the upside. So now let's go back 4 hours time frame. That's that on US 30. I've talked about GBP USD. Okay, I am about to start teaching Jeffrey BENSON strategy right now. If you are ready, put ready in the chat box. If you are ready, put ready in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. If you are ready, put ready in the chat box. If you are ready, put ready in the chat box. Good morning, get enlightened. Yeah, so boot GBP CHF movement is slow. It's very slow. You are ready, put ready in the chat box so that we can start. Yeah. So guys, what I'm about to teach you guys this morning is the strategy I learned from the mentorship of Jeffrey BENSON. It's a strategy I learned from the mentorship of Jeffrey BENSON, and you guys can see that this is Diamond Aridoh. My goal is to be a dynamic trader. When in terms of swing trading, I should be good and I should be very profitable. In terms of day trading, I should be good and I should be best and I should be very, very profitable. In terms of fundamental trading, like news event trading, I should be best, I should be good, and I should be very, very profitable. So these are my goals. This is why even up to now I'm still learning, I'm still buying courses, I'm still learning, because I want to be best in these three areas. It's only scalping that I don't really like much. I don't really like scalping, but I like the trading. I like scalping is close to gambling, so I don't want to play around with that. Okay, so that is who I am, and that is why today I can say we want to swing a trade, tomorrow I can say we want to day trade, and we want to trade news. Okay, so now I'm about to start teaching what I learned from my boss Jeffrey Benson to all you guys, because a student today would likely be a boss tomorrow. So I've been a student and I'm still a student of some mentors, but I'm also a teacher and a mentor to some of you guys here also. So it is my pleasure to actually be able to do this for you guys. So now let's go. If you know you have not smashed the like button, I'm giving you 5 seconds to do that right now. Smash the like button right now. If you have not even subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that right now. Use that to do 5 seconds. We have like 17 people. No, yeah, we have like 10 people who have not smashed the like button. Do that right now so that we can start. Do that right now. Do that right now. You guys are the one delaying. Smash the like button. We are giving you like 5 seconds to do that. Smash the like button so that we can start right away. Waiting. If you have not smashed the like button, waiting. 9 people to go, 8 people to go. Let's do that so that we can start. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, beautiful guys. So let's smash the like button. So the first thing first, I'm going to use GBP USD. I can use any pair I want, but I would like to use GBP USD because the only pair that I have on my watch list that I used to day trade is GBP USD, and as I can as well as use any other pair to day trade, because the strategy is not limited to GBP USD alone. But I just like to be loyal 100% to anybody I'm learning from, because Jeffrey Benson is using GBP USD 100%. That was why I'm using GBP USD 100%. The way he's doing is so after I've learned the strategy and I've grown with the strategy, I'm good with the strategy. Hey, I can now divert to any pair I want, and this is the same thing I'm telling you guys. So this GBP USD, I have 2 GBP USD on my watch list. So in case you want to have the same thing as me, this is all these pairs are swing analysis. You can see them, they are swing analysis. You only see major level and minor level there, but this is the only one here. You can see day trade. This is the only one here that I have my day trade pair, which happens to be GBP. So I have 2 GBP USD on my watch list, the one with swing analysis with the one with day trade analysis. So I can as well add another. I can as well come here and come to another GBP USD. I'll choose 8 cap. This is another GBP USD, different from the 2 ones I have here. So the first thing first, now we've started. Okay, now the first thing first, let me edit this title. Jeffrey. Or Let me see. Okay, how to day trade like Jeffrey Benson. Okay, so now let's get started. Now the first thing first, when you have your peer in front of you like this, number one thing you need to understand is that for you to get this thing 100%, you need to first of all finish your baby pips class that I've always encouraged. Number one. Number two, you need to understand some basic things about forex, because I won't be teaching it like I'm teaching a total beginner. I'll be teaching it like I'm teaching an intermediate stroke and advanced trader. Now the first thing first, when you come here, Jeffrey Benson doesn't really have any business doing with higher time frame like daily, weekly or monthly. Doesn't usually have business doing with them. His analysis usually starts from 4-hour time frame to identify the trend, which is obviously is a downtrend. Okay, we don't need to even draw a trend line to know that this is a downtrend. It is obvious that from this point to this level, this market is trending down. Okay, so now usually starts with high and low of the week. Before that, there's something we call a psychological level. Psychological level is what we start with before the high and low of the week. How do we draw this psychological level? I've taught it before. Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm feeling hot. I need to quickly put on my fan. Okay, now, so the first thing first is the psychological level, which I've taught you in the past. So I'll just quickly go through it. I'll just draw something that is close to the current price. So where do you which tool do you use to draw your psychological level? You use your rectangle. Where is it here? I have it here, but I want to just pick it from here so that you guys too can know where to pick it. Can you see? Oh, sorry, horizontal line. It's not rectangle. I mean, that was a mistake. So you pick your horizontal line. Once you pick your horizontal line, there is a psychology behind that psychological level that we want to start drawing right now. Okay, number one is that I've explained it in my psychological level class 00. Okay, so I've explained it. If you don't know it, you might need to go and rewatch that video. You can see this is 1.2800. Can you see 1.2800? That's a psychological level. So the way my guy Jeff usually now do his own is that usually make it 50 pips difference. Okay, so if you want to now calculate it now, 50 pips difference, let me use, where is the tool I usually use to calculate? Start here. I don't know, you might have to find it on your own. I know where it is, but I don't know if it's closer here. Okay, see, this is it here for me. Price range. So that, okay, see it here, price range. So from this level, which is 1.2800 to come here, you calculate 50 pips. You can see that is 1.27500. So I have know what we are calculating next. 1.27500 undo. So you press your control down if you are using PC and you drag this to 1.27500. it might not be there exactly. That's why you come to these settings here and then 1.27500. bam. So if you see it enter, it automatically it has gotten to where is another psychological level. From this psychological level to this psychological level, the pips is what? 50 pips. So the next one we're going to do is 1.27500 and 1.28000. So 1.28, if you want to do another one above, it will now be 1.28500. 1.28500 is going to be another psychological level here, and I'm going to put it in round figure. 1.28500. okay, so that is psychological level that I'm drawing for you according to my boss Jeffrey Benson. Okay, so now I would like to draw one more above. That will be 1.2 undo. That will be 1.2900. That will be 1.2900. That's another 9,000. Sorry. Okay, so that's another psychological level. So now I can drag and copy another one here, 1.27500, 1.2700 this time around. So that's another psychological level, ladies and gentlemen. 1.27,000. So it's very simple to calculate. So 1.275,000 will be 1.26500. The next psychological level, 1.26500. 1.26500. Brown, come on. I never get your time. Okay. So are you guys seeing that now? One thing after, let me draw one more so that you guys can just understand, because I don't want us to waste much time on this. Still have other things to cover. I want to just make sure I teach everything in this one video. Now click it again. 1.26 on 6,000 will be the next psychological level. 1.26,000. okay, 1.26,000. So that is how to draw your psychological level. So you hardly see Jeffrey Benson draw support or resistance. He uses the psychological level as his support and resistance because it serves as support and resistance. And if you look at the way the market has been respecting it, you see that market has always been respecting. Look at it from here. You can see this market respect it here. This is a 4-hour time frame. Remember, you can see the consolidation around here. It break down. You make sure it touches here. After touching this psychological level, it start going back up. Look at it here again. Look at it here again. Look at the way it's touching, touching, see, closes above the psychological level. This market is still likely to go up, or it might retrace a little, but I don't know. But look at it, look at it, look at it, look at the way it's respecting. So it doesn't use support and resistance. It uses the psychological level as a support and resistance. So that's number one. Number two is now high and low of the week. How does it do its high and low of the week? You come here, you right click on your trading view, you come to settings. So under settings, you come to events. Under events, you click on session break. Session break, okay. So on this right now, you will see that the market will now start doing what? It will start breaking the sessions. So the high and low of the week usually be the first 4 hours candle, like Sunday night and Monday morning. I don't know, I'm talking based on Nigeria, but let's look at it together. The first 4-hour candle, this is what? This is Tuesday, Monday. Let's go to Monday, Thursday, Monday. Okay, this is Monday. Okay, you can see So because market usually open around 10 p.m. Sunday night in Nigeria. That was why it is like this. I don't know, depending on your own country too, but look at it. This is the first candle for the week, followed by this. This first two candle is what we are going to now use to draw our high and low of the week. Now, everything is still happening under 4 hours time frame. So you come here, this time around you don't use horizontal line, you use horizontal ray, because this is the first candle that will appear in the new week. You can see Sunday night, you can see it's close to that psychological level of 1.2700. So we can just know that 1.2700 is also an high of the week. Okay, can you see, guys? That's our high of the week, and our low of the week will now be the next 4 hour candle. The opening of our first 4 hour candle and the closing of our second 4 hour candle is our high and low of the week. So having done that, then we can now right click, go to that session break and remove it so that it doesn't make our charts look busy. So now we now know our high and low of the week. We now know our high and low of what? Of the week. So we know that this is our high of the week and this is our low of the week. So when you hear him say high and low of the week, this is what Baba is actually referring to. Fine. So now, having known this right now, the next thing is now that we are going to be waiting for, if we want to use our high and low of the week to make decision of our trade, one of those things we can do is that we are going to wait for the market to break above it, like 50 pips and above, 50 to 100 pips and above. So if the market can close above that, our high or low of the week, that shows that the market for that week wants to go either bearish or bullish. So, and sometimes it doesn't usually work 100%, but at least it's going to give you clue. Okay, if everything is saying, let's say your total bias is buy and the high and low of the week now closes above, so it's going to give you a strong confirmation that the market is going for a buy. Okay, so now what's the first thing to do? We now calculate when this market break out of this low, the high and low, the high of the week, how many pips are this market run all in total from here to here? So ladies and gentlemen, it has run over 50 pips. So we can say, according to Jeff, that this week is going to be more of buys than sell. It's going to be more of buy than sales, according to Jeff. Okay, but remember, we are on a what? On a sell trend. We are on a sell trend. Now, usually draw a trend line to know what is the market doing at the moment. Usually draw it from 4 hours time frame, and then usually have his trend line drawn on so many ways so that it can know which one is the market actually respecting, which one is it not respecting. Okay, if I'm going to draw this right now, it shows that this market wants to break this one and probably is coming to touch this. Okay, because it's on a downtrend, and after here you might see a push back to the downside. Okay, and then there's something like a counter trend line also, which can be drawn like this to support it if it's going up, to know if it's still going up. Okay, so now we'll now dive into 1 hour time frame to know what is the immediate trend. The immediate trend right now is bullish. Okay, you can see it's bullish. So having this bullish trend line right now will guide us. If this market is coming back towards this trend line, it might be an extra opportunity. Now imagine, look at this trend line now, this first trend line. If this market has broken above it, if this market now this is psychological level here. Let you guys understand something, and it will make more sense to you right now. Now this is psychological level here. A trend line also has broken around here. Now imagine if this market now come back to retest. It will now be like a retesting this psychological level, also retesting this trend line that it has break, retest, continuation. So this is why you will now see him do a box like this, that this is point of interest. If this market can pull down to this level, if this market can pull down to this level, then there is a opportunity at least maybe to here or to here. It won't risk much because there's no much movement on that. So it might be something like this. Might be risking something like a 15 pips or thereabout. 15 pips to actually target the next psychological level, which is what, about 47 pips. That's 3 risk to reward ratio, which make a lot of sense in trading. Okay, and they will be monitoring his trade, because he might know that anything can happen when this market gets to this trend line here. So if it gets to this trend line here and it spots some rejection, some candlestick psychology rejection here, he might opt out, and if not, he might still leave his trade to be running. Is that understood? If you know you have understood up to this level, let me see understood in the chat box. If you know you have understood up to this level, let me see understood in the chat box. If you know you have understood up to this level, let me see understood in the chat box. You know you have understood up to this level, let me see understood in the chat box. Moving on. I'll be waiting for that understood. So now, according to Jeff, we can wait for this market to retrace a little bit down to this psychological level, which if we go to 15 minutes time frame, it must have done that. Let's see. Has it done that? Yes, it has. Look at it. After it breaks out, it has come back to this level, and then this market has started going up. So this is how to get a trade idea automatically. This is a trade idea right now. Okay, this is a trade idea right now according to the Jeffrey BENSON strategy. Because if you look at this, let me shift this back here. If you look at this one, actually come to touch that box, and after it touches that box, it has been moving up back in profit. Can you see it? So that is it. Because usually take his entry on 15 minutes time frame. And another thing is that if we go to 15 minutes time frame, we will also look at other things that he might want to look at. And one of these things that usually used to make decision is that an M and W pattern. Jeff usually like to use M and W pattern. Look at this level right now. If an W pattern can form around here, W pattern can form around here, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a strong bias for. It's going to be. Hold on for me, guys. Okay, it's going to be a strong bias if a W pattern is formed here. Is going to be a strong bias that this market wants to rally to the upside. And if an M pattern is formed around maybe psychological level here or below the trend line, that's a strong bias that the market wants to start coming back down. So he uses W pattern and M pattern a lot. Those are the chart pattern that work best for him. And that is, if we want to also be like him, these are the chart pattern that we also need to always look out for on this kind of setup. Okay, so what other thing do I need to include that I have not included? There's any other thing I need to include I have not included out of his strategy that you might think I need to talk about? If you know it, let me know. If you don't know it, if you know it, put it in the chat box. I will probably consider doing another video on that. If not, then we are good. Any question? So right now, as we're looking at this, chart right now, is another trade opportunity, because as this market is pulling down a little bit here right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's an opportunity to do what? To long on this market. So risking how many pips? Risking like 15 pips to cash, like how many pips? 47 or 50 pips. Okay, so that's that about that. So we can take advantage of it, like we can call it a live trade, but guess what, guys? Use a very low risk. Use a very low risk. You can hear the sound. I've entered some positions. Okay, so I'm not taking a huge risk, like a low risk. I'm taking a low risk on that. So if it pulls back down, I'm going to actually add more position. If it pulls back down to that box, I'm going to add more positions, and I'll just keep my hand like that. So that's like a trade opportunity for joining the live session. Our stop loss is going to be 1.27371, 1.27371, 1.27371, and our TP can be 1.2800 or 1.28,000. Okay. So as it keeps coming down, you can add more position. So remember, it's 15 pips. So nothing serious. And if you take a good risk, like I usually encourage you use a lot size that will give you peace of mind while the trade is doing whatever it's doing. 1.2737, so 1.27371. Put the stop loss like that. Okay, so that's that about that, ladies and gentlemen. Any question before we call it a day? Any question? 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 You can see the way I just actually teach it in how many minutes right now. I'm done teaching it because it's what I know. Okay, I'll type it out. I'll type the details, the SL details out right now. I'm coming. I want to take it on this account too. Okay. One point 27271. I'm typing it out. You can just enter your position, calculate it, since you know it's 15 pips. 15 pips or thereabouts, so you can calculate, or 20 pips. You can calculate what you are risking. Assalamualaikum. More live session. What you want to know this stuff? Okay, so that's that about that, guys. So any question? Okay, for me, my trades are in profits because I have a good entry. Okay, not all of them anyway, but some of them are in profit. Some of them are in profit. So, any question, ladies and gentlemen, or we should call it a day? Okay, let me type out the details. I'll post it in my premium signal channel. Okay, EBP, USD, DAYTRADE. Okay. Buy now. It's 1.27371. That's 15 pips. 15 pips. TP is going to be 1.28 on the 1.28. That's like 47 pips. Okay. Okay, so let me quickly attend to questions so that we can move on. If you just come in, make sure you watch it again. Gloria, Junior Richard says, sir, it makes use of TDI, Trader Dynamic Index. Okay, Trader Dynamic Index. I want to remember Trader Dynamic Index, because I don't think it's really, it doesn't use really, does it use it relevantly now? I don't think so. I think it was when it was cutting out. Doesn't really use it. That must be in his old videos. Also, please, I'll put the essay. I don't know if it's possible, so you can make explanation on TDI. I didn't really remember very well that TDI, but I think I remember it, but not very well. And I don't think you usually use it right now. Okay, if you're asking me what pay, then I don't know. How have you been following since? And you say you understood what pay. Okay. I will not call it, because if I go and call it and you go and just enter wrongly, you don't understand, just leave it until you understand. If you are totally new, you might not get everything at once. Wait till you start getting it right, and once you start getting it, you understand everything you have been talking about here. Okay, so I said I'm not showing my face because I have issue with the software I usually use to do my camera. So but at the same time, I believe you guys got all the things that I called. Okay, this market has actually pulled down. It's actually pulled down, so it's an opportunity to enter another position. Oh, the way this market actually closes now. Okay, let's hope. So guys, the way this candle closes, the way this 15 minutes candle closes, it show like a strong momentum for the sellers. Okay, so be patient, don't go in too much, be patient. Okay, be patient. So that's that about that, guys. So any question? It might still push down to touch this this trend line that we've drawn here. It might push down to touch this trend line that we've drawn here. So if it touches this trend line and we spot different rejection, then that's an indication that the market is ready to push up. Okay, so that's that about that. you have question, let me know. If you don't have question, I think that is all. I don't want the video to be longer, just a short video and they were good. And if you want to understand all the way I did all this thing just now, you can rewatch the video again. That's the beautiful thing about it. Once you have the knowledge, you can teach it within some minutes. And then if you don't have the knowledge, you can watch until you get it right. Okay, so that's that about that. Any more question before we call it a day? If there's no more question, hold on to the trade. And aren't you seeing my screen? You're asking what was the entry. The entry is inside this box at the psychological level of 1.27500. Yeah, 1.27500. So that is the entry or below. 1.27500 or below. That's the normal entry. Okay, so that will be all for today, class. That will be all for today, guys. So tomorrow we'll probably taught something different. Okay, so make sure you join tomorrow again, and let's keep winning. And always remember that Aridoh does love you guys. Keep winning, guys. Bye from here, ladies and gentlemen. Bye from here. So later tomorrow, probably by God's grace, we'll talk about this trade. Even if this trade give us profit or not, we'll talk about it tomorrow in the live session by the grace of God. And if there's not going to be a live session, I will also let you know. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.